Good morning, everyone. The last session we were discussing on the crystallography, and we have seen that what are the types of um, materials, how these materials have been classified into different categories, like that of the solid, liquid, and gas, and the fourth one is the plasma state, and like this. In the solid, we come across crystalline state and amorphous state. Okay, and we have also discussed about what is a crystalline state and what is amorphous solids, and at the same time we were discussed about the crystal structure, what is meant by lattice, what is meant by motif or basis. The combination of motif and basis is what is called as the crystal structure. Okay, and then we were discussed on the unit cell, what is meant by unit cell, what is a primitive cell, what is non-primitive cell, what is a what are the unit cell parameters, and all these things we have discussed. And at the end, we were discussed also on the Miller indices. So what are Miller indices and how to calculate the Miller indices. I think all of you have well aware of this concepts and now in this class let us discuss about the symmetry, because symmetry is a very much important concept in crystallography, based on which the all crystals which were available or which are going to be grown in the near future are all going to be classified under uh, these crystal systems. So these crystal systems and crystal lattices have been divided based on the symmetry operations. So what is meant by symmetry? Okay, if an object is brought, you can see here, if an object is brought, okay, into itself, into self coincidence after some operation, it is said to possess symmetry with respect to that operation. Say for example, if you take a crystal and if you rotate it along its one particular direction, across along the center, or it may be along any particular axis. If you rotate, keep on rotating it, if that crystal remains the same in the appearance even after the rotation, then it is said to possess symmetry. Okay, so the crystal possesses different types of symmetries called elements of symmetry. So the crystal possesses different types of symmetries called elements of symmetry. What are these elements of symmetry? They are, you can see here, they are elements of symmetry: plane of symmetry, axis of symmetry, center of symmetry. Like this, we have three major parts of symmetry. Okay, three major symmetries: plane of symmetry, axis of symmetry, and center of symmetry. In addition to these, there are some other symmetries, that is like that of the rotational symmetry, translational symmetry, reflection symmetry, and also inversion symmetry. Like this, there are many number of symmetries available in the crystal. Okay, so based on these, the crystals have been classified. So what is the basis for the classification of lattice into 7 crystal systems and 14 Bravais lattices? So lattices are classified on the basis of their symmetry. Based on their symmetry, the lattices are going to be classified. Depending on the number of symmetry operations about a point, the point group in 2-dimensional or in 3-dimensional. In 3-dimensional means it's going to be a space group symmetry. Call it as in 3-dimensional. If you make any kind of operations on the crystal, then it is called as, it's going to be a space group symmetry. If I do it in a two-dimensional about a point, then it's going to be a point group symmetry. Okay, made on different types of crystals, it has been found that nearly 230 types of structures exist in nature. So overall, only about 230 types of crystal structures are available in the nature in total. So Bravais, Auguste Bravais, as however in 1848, Auguste Bravais demonstrated that only 14 types of space lattices are possible. 14 types of space lattices are possible. This leads to the classification of all crystals into 7 crystal systems with different elements of symmetry. These lattices are known as Bravais lattices. Bravais lattices means the lattices which are 14 types of space lattices along through which all 7 crystal systems have been classified. Okay, these lattices are called as the Bravais lattices. So, what are the 7 crystal systems that we are going to talk about? So, one is cubic system, okay, tetrahedral, tetragonal, orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic, trigonal, hexagonal. So these are the 7 crystal systems. So whatever the crystals that are available in nature or in the we grow it in an artificial way, those crystals are being classified in any one of these 7 crystal systems. And these 7 crystal systems again they include in 14 Bravais lattices. Okay. So this is how we classify the crystals in 7 systems. So you can see here the complete chart is given. Cubic system. P means a simple cubic. P means a simple cubic. Here in this in the below the table there is a description for P, I, and F. I means body centered. F means face centered. C means end corner, end centered. Okay. So simple cubic P, cubic system only P is a I body centered we can have or face centered. What is this? If all the 3 sides are equal, all the angles are equal to 90 degrees. Such a system is what is called as the cubic system. Okay. So next, tetragonal. Tetragonal, it is a primitive or a simple cubic. It may be a body centered, it may be a body centered. In this case, we have A is equal to B, but not equal to C. Third side is not equal to other 2 sides. And all angles are equal to 90 degrees. In case of orthorhombic, it is in the orthorhombic we have a simple, or it may be a body centered, or it may be a face centered, or it may be end centered. All the 4 types of crystal systems are available in orthorhombic. In this case, all the 3 sides are not equal. All the angles are equal to 90 degrees. In case of hexagonal, here it comes under only a simple cubic system. Okay. So in this case, A is equal to B but not equal to C. Alpha beta is equal to 90 degree, but another angle is going to be 120 degree. In case of trigonal, it is a primitive, but not in any other form, in any other structure is not available. It's only a primitive structure is available. A is equal to B, B is equal to C, where all the angles are not equal to 90 degrees. In case of monoclinic, we have primitive type or simple type and end centered type are available. A is equal to B, A is not equal to B, B is not equal to C. That means all sides are not equal, whereas A alpha is equal to B, which is equal to 90 degrees, but it is not equal to gamma. That means third angle. It is not equal to third angle. That means the 2 angles are equal, but they are those 2 angles not equal to the third angle. In case of triclinic, we have primitive, only primitive is available. All the 3 sides are not equal. All the angles are not equal. So this is how in total you can count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 Bravais lattices are available. And in these 7 crystal systems, these are the crystal systems, these are the Bravais lattices, 14 Bravais lattices and 7 crystal systems. In any, if even today, if you grow a new crystal, it may fit any one of these classifications. Okay, any one of these classifications. So therefore, all the crystals which are available or in future available may be classified in the 7 crystal systems, and also the 14, and it comes under 14 Bravais lattices. Okay. So again, the same which I have discussed here. Another figure, diagrammatically I have shown this. These 7 crystal systems and the lattice parameters. This is a primitive. Primitive means no end, no center. There is one more atom. That means all atoms are at the corners only. Primitive means all atoms are at the corners. So there is no other atom in anywhere. It doesn't appear anywhere here. This is called as a primitive. Body centered means at the center of the system, center of the crystal. Center of the crystal we have one atom. Face centered means all the faces. 6 faces are there. All the 6 faces we have one more atom at the center. It is called as SCC. This is FCC lattice. This is BCC lattice. And this is primitive lattice. Okay. Primitive lattice consists. Primitive lattice means atoms are at the corners only. Body centered means at the center of the body of the crystal. Face centered means all the 6 faces. If it is a cubic, it has 6 faces. All the 6 faces at the center, it has one more atom. Okay, this is what is called as the FCC lattice. So in the symmetry elements, we have a skew symmetry. Just diagrammatically I am shown here. Inversion and center of symmetry here. Inversion. Okay. Symmetry elements, same explanation. There is no more nothing to discuss it. Mirror plane and inversion symmetry. This is a mirror plane symmetry. You can see here left and right are interchanged, up and down. This is inversion symmetry. This is mirror plane symmetry. Again, same 4 lattice grouping has been given here. Axis or rotation axis. If I rotate through a particular axis, if I rotate the crystal through any particular axis, it is called as rotation axis. By rotating the crystal, in how many times it rotates, it appears to be the same. That depends. 2-fold symmetry, 3-fold symmetry, 4-fold symmetry, like this. Suppose if the number of rotations is given by n is equal to 360 by theta. If I rotate a crystal through 180 degree, when I rotate the crystal through 180 degree and it appears to be the same, after the rotation, after 2 rotations it appears to be the same, then it is called as 2-fold symmetry. Because 180 degree, we have to divide it by 180 degree, will be 2, n is equal to 2, therefore it is going to be 2-fold symmetry. If I rotate it through 90 degree, in every 90 degree rotation, the crystal appears to be the same. In 360 degree, we have n is equal to 4, therefore it is called as 4-fold symmetry. If I rotate it through 60 degree, after 60 degree rotation through a particular axis, if the crystal appears to be the same, then we call it as 6-fold symmetry. Okay, like this we are classifying the axis of symmetries. Okay, number of symmetries. So see here, just a pictorial representation of the rotational symmetries are given here. Z, a letter Z is 2-fold symmetry. After rotation of 180 degree, it appears to be the same. Okay. So this symbol is 3-fold symmetry. After every rotation of 120 degree, it appears to be the same. A swastik symbol is here. It is around the 4-fold degree, 4-fold symmetry. A flower is here. It is 5-fold symmetry. This is a crystal structure. What we are thinking of, this is a crystal. Okay, this is a crystal, and this crystal structure is having a 6-fold symmetry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-fold symmetry. In every 60 degree rotation, the crystal doesn't look in any other way. And if you turn it in the other angle, it is going to be, it does not fit into itself. Okay. Next, angle 45 degree. in this figure, if it rotates by 45 degrees, then it's going to be 8 full symmetry. Like this, you can classify the symmetry group. Point group, what is meant by point group and what is meant by space group? Point group means a group of all symmetry elements of a crystal except the translational, rotation, reflection, etc. is called a point group symmetry. Okay. The complete group of all symmetry elements including translation of a crystal is called as a space group. If I exclude the translational symmetry, it is called as point group. If we include the translation also, then it is called as a space group symmetry. Okay. So this is about the structure of the NaCl. So this blue color indicates the chlorine, red color indicates the sodium. So this is how the structure of the sodium chloride is formed. This is a structure of the lithium chloride. Okay. So this green one is chlorine and yellow one is a lithium. This is again vertical axis symmetry here. This is horizontal symmetry. This is horizontal and vertical both are appearing here. T letter is a vertical symmetry. D letter is horizontal symmetry. H letter is both horizontal and vertical symmetry. It has both the symmetry. So this is a pictorial representation of the some general example which we observe in the nature. So line of symmetry along this line, it appears to be both the sides are this side and this side appears to be the same. Okay, this is called as a line of symmetry. And again, the flower, the leaves which are taken here, if I draw a line here on both the sides, it appears to be the same. Okay, so again, this one, if I divide it, this one side and this one side both are same, so it is going to be a symmetry. Again, this one is also the same thing. This side and this side appears to be the same. Okay, symmetry. Again, at this particular point, this is a line of symmetry. This one and this one are one and the same. This is a reflection side, reflection symmetry. Okay, you can see the reflection symmetry here. So reflection image. Okay. So again, this is again a reflection symmetry. So what is the axis of rotation? Suppose if this is a crystal structure, if I pass through, if axis of rotation is along this direction, if I pass through this and make it rotate in this way, then it appears in 4 times it appears to be the same. In 4 rotations, it appears to fit in the original position. So therefore, it is a 4-fold symmetry. But the same thing, if I rotate it in this particular angle, in this particular direction, then it's going to be a 3-fold symmetry. If I rotate it in this angle, in this side, then it's going to be a 2-fold symmetry. Like this, we have 4-fold, 3-fold, and 2-fold symmetry. So this is a complete crystal structure. This is a complete crystal structure. Motif. This is motif. A group of atoms or molecules. Okay, motifs are arranged in a particular fashion. So it is going to be a structure. So this is nothing but in general it is a crystal structure. Okay. So this is a starfish. This is a 5-fold symmetry. Again in the Rangoli, we have 4-fold symmetry. This is another Rangoli. This is a 4-fold symmetry. This is like 8-fold symmetry. In 8 times, in one rotation, 8 times it appears to, it fits in its original position. Sunflower. Okay. This is the end of the discussion of the crystal structure, and you have to carefully study these things. And in this particular chapter, you have to concentrate only on the what is a crystal, what are the properties of the crystal, okay, and then the unit crystal structure, what is meant by a crystal structure, what is lattice, what is the motif or basis, and then unit cell, what is a unit cell, what is a primitive cell, what is a non-primitive cell, what are the symmetry elements, okay, what are the crystal systems, what are the Bravais lattices, and all these things, and overall, and one more important thing you have to remember is the Miller indices, calculation of the Miller indices you have to work out. Okay, only these things are important and no other things are important in this case, in this particular chapter. It's a very simple chapter. It appears only 2 or 4 mark questions, as I already told you in the last session itself. You need not worry about this particular chapter. It's only of 2 mark or 4 mark question. That too on Miller indices. Okay, you concentrate more on the Miller indices. The remaining is only a definition. You have to work, you have to read well about the definitions. Okay, this is what I have to give you in the first chapter, the crystallography, and notes will be provided through your link. Okay, notes will be provided through the